Manchester United 4, Everton 0, and what a match it was. We started really well. We dominated possession for the first 20 minutes, and we did get a chance in the third minute. Mainu recovers possession on the edge of the Everton box and drills a low strike towards goal, which Pickford parries low to his left before quickly regathering the ball, and that really did set the tone for the match in the first half. We really started the half really well. We get another chance in the 7th minute. Martinez's ball over the top sends Dalot in behind Everton's defence, and as he bears down on goal, Braithwaite has to slide in with a superb sliding challenge to deny the wing-back a shot as well. And then we have a really good chance in the 14th minute, and we probably should have gone 1-0 up through Ahmad. This is Zirkzee. He drives forward and opens up a chance for Ahmad with a good pass to his right, but the Ivorian's first time strike is a poor one, and he flashes well wide off the far post. And really, we should be going 1-0 up there in the 14th minute. Ahmad, unfortunate not to be scoring that chance. In the 19th minute, though, Bruno Fernandes's death ball sends Rashford in behind the Everton defence, but Pickford rushes out to meet him, blocking the shot, but then the flag does go up as well. So Rashford really needs to be staying on side there, but Everton do go the closest of the match in the 20th minute. This is McNeil. He finds Beto on the run into the United box, and as he steps past the onrushing Onana, his shot on the angle rolls into the side netting as well. So Braithwaite has too much time on the ball. I think Rashford should have been pressing him a little bit better, and then Braithwaite passes it to McNeil, who turns, and then he plays in Beto, who almost scores to make it 1-0. But unfortunately for Everton, but fortunately for us, unfortunately for Everton, they couldn't capitalise on that chance. Man United do grab the first goal of the match in the 34th minute. This is through Marcus Rashford. Bruno Fernandes' corner is floated right out to an unmarked Rashford on the edge of the area, and his half volley towards the bottom corner takes a big deflection off Braithwaite to beat Pickford and find the back of the net. And Man United do go 1-0 up. Rashford goal, brilliant half volley, and a really good assist by Bruno Fernandes from the corner to pick him out on the edge of the box as well. Man United do get another chance in the 38th minute. Fernandes flicks on a floated ball for Zirkzee for himself, but Pickford races out on the edge of the box to head it clear before United captain can bring the high ball under control. Man United, though, we do grab another goal in the 41st minute. This time it's Zirkzee. Ahmad, who pounces to dispossess Braithwaite all too easily, leaving Everton racing back towards their own goal as Fernandes runs through on goal. The ball does come to Fernandes, but obviously Ahmad did dispossess him, but it falls to Fernandes on the right side, and he squares it to his left, with Ahmad and Zirkzee closing in, and Zirkzee meets it first time with his left foot to fire beyond a flailing Pickford to make it 2-0 to Manchester United, and we're in complete control at half time as well. Man United, we did start brightly. A good portion of the XG of the 0.39 XG came through Mainu and Ahmad and Rashford's effort all being kept at bay, while the Toffees had chances of their own, producing an XG of 0.2 at the other end as a Lindstrom saw a shot saved and Beto fired into the side netting as well. Man United, though, we did struck twice in quick succession through Rashford and Zirkzee to make it 2-0 at the end of the first half, and we thoroughly deserved to be winning at halftime as well. Bruno Fernandes has to be kind of commended. He had a very good first half, obviously providing assists for both of his providing assists for both of the 2 goals and 2 of his 7 passes in the final third as well. The Portuguese had also 3 touches in the box, completed both of his dribbles, and come up with possession 5 times from 6 of his duels, including twice in Everton's own defensive third as well. So Bruno Fernandes putting in a really good performance, providing them 2 assists, but I think that obviously Ahmad could have had that assist after dispossessing Braithwaite, where Joshua Zirkzee scored in the 41st minute. So yeah, let's just have a look at the stats at halftime. Just goes to show how dominant we were. 6 shots, 3 on target, 61% possession, 88% pass accuracy. But of course, I think in the early portions of the first half, in the first 20 minutes, I think we did have about 70% possession as well. So yeah, we thoroughly deserved to be winning at the end of the first half as well. Everton with that 1 shot on target, which wasn't really too threatening as well. They did hit the side netting as well through Beto as well. But yeah, in terms of the second half as well, we got off to a brilliant start at the start of the second half. Zirkzee's superb ball forward on the turn sends a free running Ahmad into space down the right flank. After he slips in, Rashford, the opening goal scorer, drills the ball beneath a stranded Pickford to make it 3-0. So it's just 20 seconds after the restart. United tightened their grip on the game and all but secured 3 points at Old Trafford as well. Ahmad again selfless in providing that kind of assist for Rashford. I think someone like Garnacho, he probably cuts in and shoots, but Ahmad really selfless in his play. He plays in Rashford because he's in a better. Rashford makes a good run down Ahmad's right side, and then he slips him through, and then Rashford makes it 3-0 as well. Brilliant play from Ahmad. Ahmad had an absolutely superb game. Unfortunately, though, in the 49th minute, Mainu does pick up a yellow card. He loses out to McNeil on the edge of the box, and he brings him down to prevent a shooting chance, and the resulting free kick and a yellow card ruled him out of United's next league match against Arsenal. Martinez, the same for him as well. He picks up a yellow card in the 51st minute. Beto is dragged back from getting on the end of a through ball by Martinez, and it's another free kick to Everton, and Martinez becomes another player who picks up a yellow to rule him out of the next game against Arsenal away from home. So yeah, in the 56th minute though, we did see De Ligt and Mazraoui go off for Maguire and Shaw. This is probably just for fitness purposes, and also De Ligt and Mazraoui have been playing a lot of minutes lately as well, and Maguire and Shaw came on and they looked neat and tidy on the ball as well. It's really nice to see Ruben Amorim being proactive and making changes early on. Even though we're winning and things are going well, it's nice to see some rotation and other players be getting the chance as well. Zirkzee though does grab the 4th goal in the 64th minute. This time it's Tarkowski who makes a mistake, and he's dispossessed by a sensational Ahmad, who bursts clear off the chasing defence, stands up young and tees up Zirkzee for a simple finish beyond Pickford and into the far corner. It's a second goal directly from an Everton error to make it 4-0 to the Red Devils, and Zirkzee has been the beneficiary on both occasions as well. Ahmad obviously providing both assists in the second half as well. Very selfless play from Ahmad. Bruno and Casemiro do go off for Ugarte and Garnacho in the 64th minute, and then Man United make their final change, and we see Mainu bought off for Mount, and Mount is playing alongside Ugarte in that central midfield pivot. Really nice to see that Ruben Amorim is trusting different players in different positions, and we've seen Mount and Bruno play deeper as well, which is really interesting and nice to see as well, that we have players that are able to play in different positions as well. Nice to see that Amorim trusts Mount and Bruno to be playing in that double pivot as well. But yeah, Everton do have a chance in the 84th minute to grab a consolation goal. Harrison's cross from the right flank is met by a diving header from Calvert-Lewin, but the ball bounces up to hit Onana in the midriff before he regathers the ball to snuff out Everton's best chance of the match. So, Everton did have a chance to grab a consolation goal, but unfortunately they weren't able to do so. And full-time summary, I'm going to have to go and say, Ahmad, people say Ahmad might need to put on some weight. Nah, bro, like, Ahmad's got that Wakanda strength, you know what I'm saying? Ahmad was absolutely phenomenal this game. He's been absolutely on fire, grabbing goals and assists here, there and everywhere. Selfless play, really good at possession, really good at snuffing out chances and absolutely pressing the opposition defence. Really impressed by Ahmad in the past couple of games as well. I don't understand why Erik ten Hag wasn't starting him since the start of the season. Really impressed by Ahmad. Rashford has been involved in 7 goals in his last 8 Premier League games against Everton, 4 goals and 3 assists, scoring in his last 3 on the bounce and becoming the 6th player to score 50 in the Premier League at Old Trafford for the Red Devils. United generated an XG of 0.73 compared to Everton's 0.65, who had a glorious chance to net a consolation goal at the end, only for Calvert-Lewin's diving header to be kept out by Onana, and that was their only real chance in the second half as well. So usually it's stressful watching United. It's really annoying watching United, really stressful. But this whole game I was completely relaxed, and Rashford got 2 goals, Zirkzee got 2 goals. getting into the pockets. Zirkzee scoring with his left foot and his right foot. Bruno providing 2 assists, and Ahmad with 2 assists as well. Both assists that Ahmad got, he could have easily shot himself, but he passed on both occasions to secure the goal. And yeah, Ahmad, you know, he could have ended up with three assists if Bruno kind of had nicked the ball away from Ahmad for United's second goal. But it's all right as long as the ball hits the back of the net. It doesn't matter who scores and it doesn't matter who gets the assist, as long as we get all 3 points. And yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing with that win. Absolutely buzzing for Ahmad as well. He needs to sign that contract. You know, whatever he wants, we should offer it him. And you know, Ahmad has been our best kind of player so far this season, in my opinion. Really unfortunate that we didn't see him at the start of the season. I don't know why Erik ten Hag had something against him or whatever. But yeah. In terms of everything else, I think we should get into the player ratings, and we'll go over each player individually and see what I thought of them. But yeah, let's just get into that right now. So Onana, 7.6 rating on FootMob. He's probably a 7 for me, but Onana, 94% pass accuracy, 1 out of 3 long balls as well. Very neat and tidy in possession as well. I did mention in my videos previously, if we can get Onana's pass accuracy really high, something in that, like in the 80s and in the 90s, you know, whereby we bait in the opposition press, you know, Onana's kind of baiting in that opposition press, and then we just play out the back, and then we get chances through that. That's really nice to see that we are playing this way. If Onana can keep up this good form in terms of his accurate passes and him baiting in the press, then I do think that we can carve open opposition defenses really well. It was really interesting to see that Everton did attempt to press Manchester United high, and that was pretty much the reason why we got really good chances on the break. Everton's were pressing high and tried to pin United back, and it just didn't work. We were too good playing out from the back. Onana was too good with his distribution as well. 10 recoveries, 42 touches as well, 1 diving save, 1 save inside the box. But yeah, really good performance by Onana. Really impressed with him recently, especially his pass accuracy. Hopefully he can keep that up. Mazraoui, what can be said about him? He's literally a 7 every game. Really impressed by him as well. Accurate passes only 57 out of 65. Maybe that could have been a little bit higher. Usually he does have his pass accuracy in the 90s, but 88% pass accuracy isn't too bad as well. So really impressed by Mazraoui as well. He was in my fantasy team. He only got 1 point, unfortunately, because he was taken off. But yeah, De Ligt, he was, I think he was okay as well. Again, really high pass accuracy. Really good performance by him as well, for the amount of time that he lasted, but kept things neat and tidy. Won his duels as well, 2 duels, 100% ground duels, but Everton didn't really threaten that much, so it was fairly quiet game for him. Martinez had a decent performance as well, 96% pass accuracy, and he's playing some balls down that left channel as well for Dalot and stuff, and some balls over the top as well. But yeah, you can see his defense: 6 clearances, 2 headed clearances, 2 headed clearances, 2 interceptions, 9 defensive actions, 4 recoveries, 1 dribbled pass, 1 duel, 1 ground duels, 1 out of 3. But yeah, Martinez was decent in the back as well. He does pick up that yellow card, so he's suspended for that game against Arsenal. So we'll go speak about Dalot. I think Dalot was okay, could have been a little bit better, but decent performance by him as well. 86% pass accuracy. He didn't really get down. He did have that 1 chance in the first half, but apart from that, he was alright. Really good to see 5 out of 5 long balls completed by Dalot, 2 out of 3 tackles won as well, a couple of defensive actions as well, 8 recoveries as well. So Dalot, I think he's better. He's better at that left wing back position than Malacia as well. So yeah, Casemiro was decent as well. He did go off in the 66th minute, 85% pass accuracy, and he had a neat and tidy game on the ball as well. Yeah, ground duels won 6 out of 7. Really good to see that as well. Duels won, total duels won 7. Duels lost 3. I think Mainu was poor, and I think he should have been taken off a little bit earlier. But I think it's probably because he's still learning the system and he lacks that match rhythm, match fitness as well. This is his first game in a long time as well. He did have this chance in the 3rd minute, which was saved. Maybe he should have scored, but it's a shot from outside the box. Only an XG of 0.03, but he did force a save from Pickford as well. Accurate passes 94% as well. He does pick up that yellow, so he is also suspended for that game against Arsenal as well. Let's speak about Ahmad on that right wing back position. He's fully nailing down that position. 9.1 rating on FootMob, and he's got a 9 rating for me as well. Accurate passes, 86%. 2 assists. He could have had 3 assists if Bruno Fernandes hadn't kind of nicked it. In the, for that second goal that United scored through Zirkzee. 2 shots, and I think this shot that he had in the, I think it was the 14th minute, he really needs to be hitting the target with that shot in the 14th minute. I think if he hits the target, then he probably scores. But yeah, really good performance by Ahmad. 3 chances created as well. Expected goals 0.14. Really neat and tidy on the ball as well. With 86% possession, 86% pass accuracy. Really impressed by Ahmad as well, and he's nailing down that position, that right wing position as well. So Bruno Fernandes, 2 assists as well. He's turning up for the second half of the season as well. 66 minutes played, so he was bought off as well. Probably saving him. Ruben Amorim is probably saving him for that game against Arsenal. Accurate passes, only 74% pass accuracy. So he did lose the ball a couple of times as well. 2 chances created, but he did provide 2 assists as well. So he had a decent game. But yeah, not much can be said about him. He's coming back into form. Hopefully he can continue with them assists as well. Rashford as well, finally he's scoring some goals. Finally, our strikers are scoring goals. A total of two goals from 4 shots. Absolutely clinical by Marcus Rashford. Probably in the 85th minute, he shouldn't have shot that, but and in the 54th, he did have that shot blocked. But he scores in the 34th minute and in the second half as well. So really nice to see that our strikers are scoring goals. I did feel like as if he was a little bit lethargic in the press, and he wasn't really aggressive enough in the press for me. And I think he does need to improve his game off the ball. But on the ball, of course, 2 goals, you can't really complain. And finally, Joshua Zirkzee come under a lot of criticism as well, even by me. I've been criticising Joshua Zirkzee a little bit as well. Maybe he just needs to getting used to the system and the pace of the Premier League. He sometimes in past couple of games he does look a little bit too slow. In the Premier League, the game does look a little bit too fast for him. But hopefully he can come good. 2 goals from 2 shots as well. So really nice to see. 87% pass accuracy. Really good link-up play as well. 2 chances created. Shot accuracy 100% as well. 45 touches, which is I think more than Rashford got last week against Ipswich as well. So yeah, really nice to see that. But yeah, in terms of Everton though, I have to say they were poor, and I was really surprised to see Everton high pressing United at some parts of the game as well. I really did expect Everton to be kind of 6 at the back, and I expected United to dominate possession more. I expected United to have like 70% possession, and I really expected Everton to be pinned back quite well as well. But in terms of Everton though, like they were kind of really poor defensively. It can't be understated how poor they were. They left too much space for Manchester United to exploit on the counter, and Man United did play really well in terms of exploiting that space that Everton left behind through Young and Mikalenko. The space was out wide because Young and Mikalenko pushed too far up the pitch, and United were able to pick them apart as well. And Brathwaite and Tarkowski both had really poor games. They were both dispossessed for 2 of the goals, and that were both dispossessed, and that led to Manchester United scoring 2 goals as well. So yeah, really happy with the performance, really happy with the clean sheet, really happy that we scored 4 goals as well. We've got a positive goal difference as well right now as well. So in terms of the substitutes, I think the substitutes were decent. They weren't amazing. Maguire, let's have a look at him. A 93% pass accuracy, neat and tidy on the ball again. This is his first appearance in quite a long time. He was out for a while, for about a month I think, or a month and a half with injuries. So really nice to see that he's back as well, getting some minutes. Luke Shaw as well. Let's see his pass accuracy, 88% pass accuracy. He's probably going to be starting that left wing back position. Sorry, he's going to be starting that left centre back position because Martinez is suspended for that game. Ugarte, neat and tidy on the ball, 100% pass accuracy. I could see him starting against Arsenal as well. But 1 out, 1 successful dribble, 18 touches. Duels, two duels won, 4 duels lost, so he does need to pick up in the duels. He needs to be winning a little bit more, but he really had a decent performance, wasn't kind of too amazing. Garnacho was a little bit quiet as well, didn't really do much. 92% pass accuracy, only had 1 shot, which was blocked. 11 out of 12 accurate passes. But yeah, apart from that, Garnacho was a little bit quiet as well. Yeah, so 92% pass accuracy. And finally, Mason Mount did come on for Kobe Mainoo, and he played in the pivot alongside Ugarte. And Mason Mount at 88% pass accuracy, and he was neat and tidy on the ball as well. And tackles he won 100% of his tackles. Only had one tackle and he won it. And Mason Mount, really nice to see that he is playing in that central kind of double pivot alongside Ugarte as well. Yeah, all in all, a really good performance. Really happy with the win. Really happy with the 3 points. We got the clean sheet as well. So yeah, not much can be said apart from that. We absolutely smoked Everton off the park. We should have won by more goals. Zirkzee, the gunman, you know what I'm saying? Man's doing the gun thing and that. But yeah, absolutely buzzing with the win, buzzing with the 3 points. And bring on Arsenal, I'm quite confident for the Arsenal game as well. But yeah, Højlund was on the bench and he didn't come off the bench. I would like to see Højlund start against Arsenal as well. And so some insights: Man United have scored 10 goals in their last 5 matches, haven't lost to Everton in their last 5 beatings, and haven't lost in 6 matches as well. So we're getting some form together as well. We're picking up some form right now. We are unbeaten in our last 6 matches, and 4 of them have been wins, if I'm not mistaken, as well. So yeah, we're looking really, really good right now. Hopefully we can carry on this form as well, and we're looking forward to the second half of the season. If we can keep this up, then there is no reason as to why we can't finish top half of the league. I was a little bit concerned that, if we do kind of lose to Everton or we draw against Everton, especially with that draw against Ipswich last week, I was concerned that we could finish bottom half of the Premier League. I was genuinely concerned, but if we can carry on this good form and carry on playing the way we are playing, then there's no reason as to why we can't finish top half of the league as well. So yeah, in terms of some full-time stats, 11 shots, 5 on target. Really, I was really wanting us to score more goals, to get that goal difference back up. Everton are a poor side, and we probably should have scored more. We probably should have beaten Everton by 5, 6 or 7 goals. But yeah, we did score 4 of our goals from 5 shots on target, so that was good. 60% possession overall, 89% pass accuracy. So yeah, where does that leave Manchester United in the league table? We have moved into the top half of the Premier League for the first time since Southampton. So if we just have a look at the league table right now, this is live. Let's turn that off. So Liverpool are winning, of course, 1-0 against Manchester City. But have a look at the league table. We were 10th when we beat Southampton on match day 4 of the Premier League this season in September. But now we have moved to 9th position after beating Everton 4-0. So this is the first time we have entered the top half of the Premier League since that 3-0 win against Southampton away from home. So that's really good to see that we have moved into the top half of the Premier League. But yeah, things are looking good. Really excited for that game against Arsenal. Hopefully we can keep up this good form. We do have finally a positive goal difference after scoring 4 against Everton. We have moved to 19 points. We are 4 points away from top 4 as well. So Brighton are there in 4th position with 23 points as well. So it's not, I was saying at the start of the season, after them poor results to Spurs and that poor result to West Ham and stuff, I was saying that top 4 was out of the question. But if we can win against Arsenal midweek, and then pick up who we got. Let's see who we've got coming up in our next couple of games. So if we can beat Arsenal and Nottingham Forest, I think we could be finishing inside the top 4, but it remains to be seen whether we do or not. We do have very tough games coming up against Arsenal, of course, and then Man City as well next Sunday as well. So yeah, all in all, a really good performance by Manchester United. I'm gonna have to say, of course, Ahmad is gonna be my man of the match. Ahmad with the 2 assists. He could have had 3 assists as well if Bruno Fernandes kind of hadn't nipped in and kind of stolen the ball away from him or whatever. But it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter who scores. It doesn't matter who gets the assists. You know, as long as we get the 3 points and we're moving up the league, and we really need to be moving up the league, and we really need to be finishing in the top 4. Hopefully we do finish in the top 4, but I wouldn't be surprised if we don't. I did predict us to finish like 8th or 9th position in my Premier League prediction video. But yeah, overall, Zirkzee is the gunman. You know what I'm saying? Zirkzee with the guns out, guns blazing and that. You know what I'm saying, boys? But yeah, hopefully we do grab all 3 points against Arsenal as well. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.